Did you know that a staggering 4.4 million people type "how to be happy" into search engines every month? We seem to have lost the foundation of what it means to be happy in today's digital age. Today, we'll explore 5 ways to enhance your happiness, inspired by timeless biblical teachings. Get ready to discover how God's wisdom can lead to modern joy. Our first step towards happiness starts with a simple word: gratitude. Gratitude, a practice as old as time itself, has a special place in the biblical texts. The concept of expressing thankfulness regardless of the situation we find ourselves in is not only encouraged but is seen as an essential part of our spiritual journey. In the first letter to the Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 18, the Apostle Paul urges us to give thanks in all circumstances. This is not a suggestion but a command that when followed can lead to a more positive mindset and increased happiness. Gratitude, you see, is not merely an act of saying thank you. It is an attitude, a way of life. It is about recognizing the good in our lives and acknowledging that the source of this goodness is outside of ourselves. It is about focusing on what we have rather than what we lack. In the midst of trials and tribulations, the act of expressing gratitude can seem challenging. Yet it is in these moments of hardship that gratitude can truly shine, turning our focus from our problems to the blessings that surround us. Gratitude is transformative. It changes our perspective, our attitude, and our approach to life. It opens our hearts to joy and our minds to positivity. It is a powerful force that can boost our happiness and enrich our lives. So remember, no matter what, there's always something to be grateful for. The second step on our journey to happiness involves a powerful act: forgiveness. One of the many teachings found in the Bible, it's a theme that rings true throughout. In Ephesians 4:32 it says, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you." This verse underscores the importance of forgiveness and how it's deeply woven into the fabric of our spiritual wellness. Imagine holding on to a hot coal, expecting it to burn someone else. In reality, we're the ones getting scorched. Resentment works in a similar way. When we harbor resentment, we're not hurting the person who wronged us. Instead, it's our own happiness that takes a hit. Forgiveness, on the other hand, can be likened to releasing that hot coal. It's a decision to stop letting past hurts control our present. It's an act of self-love, a release of negative emotions that keeps us anchored to past disappointments. It doesn't mean forgetting or condoning the wrong, but rather choosing to free ourselves from the chains of bitterness. The beauty of forgiveness is that it's not just about the other person, it's about us. It's about our journey to happiness. It's about letting go of the burdens that weigh us down, freeing us to experience the joy and peace that life offers. True happiness comes when we let go of the past and forgive, just as we have been forgiven. Our third step towards happiness involves a selfless act: giving. Now let's delve into the biblical principle of giving. The Bible teaches us about the joy that comes from giving, and one of the passages that beautifully encapsulates this is Acts 20:35, where it says, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." This isn't just a nice sentiment, it's a profound truth that can transform our lives. When we give, we are not just transferring resources from one person to another. We are creating connections. We are fostering a sense of community. We're saying, "I see you, I care about you." And in doing so, we are not just blessing the receiver, but we are also blessing ourselves. Giving is not just about material things. We can give our time, our skills, our kindness, our compassion, our understanding. Every act of giving, no matter how small, can make a world of difference. A comforting word, a listening ear, a helping hand. These are all forms of giving. The joy of giving is not dependent on the size of the gift, but on the love with which it is given. The happiness that we derive from giving is not fleeting or superficial. It is deep and lasting. It is the joy of knowing that we have made a difference, that we have touched a life, that we have spread a little more light in the world. In giving, we receive much more: the joy of making a difference. Our fourth step to happiness calls for trust and surrender. In the beautiful tapestry of life, we often find ourselves tangled in threads of worry, doubt, and fear. But there's a powerful antidote to these feelings, found in the biblical teachings of trust and surrender. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verses 5 and 6, we find sage advice. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. Trust here isn't merely about belief, it's about relying on God fully, acknowledging that his wisdom surpasses ours. Surrender, on the other hand, isn't about giving up, it's about letting go of our worries and stresses, handing them over to a higher power. It's about acknowledging that we're not in control of everything, and that's okay. It's about finding solace in the knowledge that God holds the reins and will guide us along the right path. This act of trust and surrender can lead to a profound sense of peace. It silences the noise of worry, clears the fog of uncertainty, and paves the way for happiness. It's like taking a deep breath and letting go of a burden you've been carrying for far too long. When we trust and surrender, we open the door to a life full of peace and happiness. Our final step on this journey involves the greatest commandment: love. The Bible instructs us to love as echoed in 1 Corinthians 13:13, and now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Loving others unconditionally with kindness and patience brings a unique kind of joy and fulfillment. It's a happiness that stems from the heart and radiates outwards. When we choose to love, we choose to be happy. So let's fill our lives with love and watch happiness bloom. Thank you for watching. I hope you are filled with encouragement for another day. If you like this content, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.